Guys, welcome back to another Warframe grind video. Guys, this is the Slinger, and this is a Warframe grind video. Alright, so the other night, a few nights ago, lose track of time here, me and Gamble were talking on Discord and exchanging a couple views, and he showed me a Nekros build. He said it wasn't for solo though. And actually, I think he posted that to me after, when I was like, the next day I saw it at work. And I was like, that's weird. I was just using Nekros. And I was just using Nekros because I wanted to update the build. I really love Nekros. I think Nekros is an amazing Warframe. He's like Titania in the way that, and Korra, you know, because they're good for getting stuff, and anything in this game that has a reason, I really respect. So Nekros is the king of farming. Yes, there is other farming. A few of them can farm really, really well, and for different events, there's different farming, you know. But for just going out there and having a fairly bulletproof, I mean, for Star Chart, he's pretty bulletproof because when he slashes things up, they drop health, and the health keeps him alive. So for Star Chart, he's a very beefy type Warframe. But then when you get him into Steel Path, it takes a turn for a bit. And you kind of got to know, you kind of come at it a little differently, you know, because you're dealing with a lot bigger guns coming at you. So anyways, that was me in the intro with this build. And that was the first time me playing this build, actually. And I went over, I went to level 400. And then I was like, all right, I'm tired. Got to get out of here. And I looked over, and I had paused it to take a break to go to the bathroom. And I came back, and I did not start recording again the rest of it. So I think I got some clips I can show you in level 200s or whatever. But yeah, the last 45 minutes of the game I did not record. So after this, I'll put up some clips of maybe me hitting the Stalker or the Acolyte. But yeah, this is the build. And this is a good endurance build for Steel Path. Is it level cap? I don't know. I didn't take it there. I could see you being level cap with it, especially if you go in a group. I 98% play solo, so I don't know how my builds, you know, how powerful they'd be if I played with a group. I do know that when I play with other people, it seems a lot easier than when you play solo. But That could be just what I'm used to now, where I feel like it's easy because I have such beefy builds. I don't know. Maybe the way I'm looking at it. So also, like I noticed when I went in with not AFKers, when I went in with people I didn't know by accident, because that's really, I mean, there's like 2 people that I actually play with, but if I go in by accident with people I don't know, there's like hardly any enemies in Steel Path when I start playing. It's like, I don't know if you see my videos, I get mobbed constantly. And I don't know if that has to do with because I have all top tier stuff. It might. I'm not sure how that works, but don't let me get you started on bro science on how many mobs you get right away. But I know when I'm solo, I watch my videos, they just come at me. And then like when I go to test something out and I'm accidentally, because I traded something or whatever, I'm accidentally in public, it's like kindergarten play. So I don't know. I think it has to do with your rank and your weapons, but I don't know for a fact. I could be just reaching. So anyways, let's explain this build. I'm using Malt Augmented so that I can scale as the levels go up in Steel Path. I'm using Arcane Guardian because he doesn't have a whole lot, you know what I mean, in that type. His drawers are empty when it comes to weapons, you know, of like his vitality and stuff like that. So I'm not using any Umbra mods, which I know I use a lot of Umbra mods, but in this build it's not necessary, nor is it's not really what I say practical. It's just not practical to use Umbra mods right now for this. This thing does the job. So Equilibrium and Hunter Adrenaline, okay, both of them give you a lot of energy, and you will need it to go in high levels in Steel Path when you're on like crazy survivals, right? Or if you're playing disruptions, right? So flow, because you're going to need a lot. So I've got like 500 energy, you know, and that's pretty good. I think with this build, maybe 2 times in the whole hour and 40 minutes that I play, or 140 minutes, sorry, that I played, I ran out of like energy for like brief times, and then I was able to kill stuff and get damage to me to get my energy back up. So adaptation goes without saying. This is kind of a health tank build. Okay, so even though I still have my shield key on, I don't know how it would be if you didn't have your decaying dragon key on. But I'm not trying to intentionally shield gate, and I'm not using rolling guard. I'm using both of the augments, Despoil and Shield of Shadows. A lot of people like this combination, and I do know that a lot of people use this and health conversion, right? And then I'm using handspring just for recovery. I'm not using something that knocks me over a whole lot. The Tonker doesn't knock me over near as much as like Ogress or the Envoy would. So yeah, if I get knocked down, I want to recover quickly. Growing power, because that's more power. I need that it helps my strength, right? So adaptation, I just love to have it. It's one of those things I say in my builds I do like. So how I'm going to do this, I do have Gloom on here, okay? I've got Gloom going all the time. And then I'm using Terrify to strip them. But, you know, first get your strength up, but since it's 60%, you would have to use twice, you know, when you first start out. But once augmented kicks in, you're only going to have to use it once. And sometimes I'm hitting it and they're just dying from me just hitting it. So it strips them so hard. Desecrate, I've got going all the time, right? All the time. That's just normal. That's what you're there for. And then Shadows of the Dead with Shield of Shadows, because it keeps your health up constantly. So I've always got this going as well. So this is an expensive build in a way. Like, it doesn't cost a lot, 50, 75. This one switches, you know, 0 drain on energy, but I think it drains your health with the despoil. See, so, and then this one here is 100. So yeah, it's kind of expensive, you know what I mean, to keep spamming these. So that's why I went with 100 adrenaline and the equilibrium. Okay, and then vitality, just to bring you up to that 700%. I think that explains everything in my build. I'll look. I will say the Kuvatonker I've got because I need to kill fast. You know what I mean? To go to the high level, I can't be fucking around. All right. So this here, obviously a status supplier. But what I found with like the nullifiers and stuff like that, the Cycrons and the new cores, cut those back so you can melee them to death or whatever. And this is the one where I have the 2 augers on for like shield gating to help my shield gate. But here I'm not really concentrating on shield gating, so it's not a big deal. Broken War. Just have really strong corrupted builds. I do have a Riven on this one here. So that's 135 and 165 damage. I will say that this, like, don't go in there to fuck around. Unless you're going to go in there for like 15 minutes, you know what I mean? But bring your best stuff. But it's got to have like a harmonic to it so everything goes together. All right, and then I've got Red Rocket on here. Red Rocket helps with survivability, and he's got the Panzer de-evolution on, Primed Instinct, you know, which is irreplaceable. This is so your melee attacks with Prime Pack Leader help heal him. Synth Deconstruct. Companions have, when they damage enemies, it has more chance to drop health orbs. Viral Quills, so you can get that viral status on there whenever you can. I mean, it is what it is. And then Martyr Symbiosis drains and stores 20 health from corpses up to... Sorry about that. My phone was going off. Up to 25 meters. 40% of the master's health. Sacrifices itself. So basically it'll sacrifice itself if you're going down, but I've never noticed it actually work. Hunter Recovery. This one's great. It gives your 75% companion damage affected by slash and lifesteal. That's really why it's here. It's a lifesteal. So Metapet and fetch to collect your stuff. So that is the build. I don't really feel like I have to explain everything. I was pretty clear and concise on why I have it this way. I've played Nekros for a long time, and this is so far my best build. Now, how would I improve it? Well, the first thing I would do is natural talent in the shard system. You know what I mean? If you get the shards over here, I'd get speed in casting. Get 2 of those, And that will make a huge difference. And then other than that, you could add maybe strength, or I would probably go with armor, you know. But really, it's up to you, you know. And this build, you can do whatever you want. You can look at it and say it sucks, or you can take from it and change it around, make it your own. I know sometimes the arcanes are hard to get a hold of. Really, these mods aren't that hard to get a hold of. Equilibrium is expensive, you know what I mean, to rank up. But this build is not that bad. So, alright guys, I'm going to get out there and I'll show you a few clips from my first time playing Nekros with this build.